Nivedita Joshi is again here by taking a video on the topic oogenesis and menstrual cycle. So, oogenesis, we will begin from here. What is oogenesis? Oogenesis is a process of formation of a mature female gamete. Means you understand that the process is going on in the female and the primary sex organ is ovary. Means we are talking of the process in ovary in the females. So oogenesis, genesis means to synthesize, means the egg or the ovum, that is the female gamete, will be synthesized, and this is the process which is called as the oogenesis. So this process is very different from the spermatogenesis because this process uh, is initiated in the or you can say during the embryonic development, means in the fetus stage. When fetus is growing, means if the fetus is female and is growing in mother's body, that time only in the fetal stage, means in the fetal ovary. Okay, in the fetal ovary only this process will begin. Means all the oogonia, they all are formed in the fetal ovary only, and after the birth of the female child, means after the fetal stage, that is after birth, no more oogonia will be formed in the ovary. Means already there are millions of oogonia. So simply this oogonia, or we can call them as cells, these will divide, means multiply. Divide means there would be a multiplication stage in which they will divide again and again and will multiply. Okay, means this everything will be going on before the birth, means in the fetal stage, and after that these oogonia will enter into the prophase 1, that is a stage of meiotic division, and here only the stage will be arrested, means no more process after this. And at this stage the cell are called as the primary oocyte. One important thing that in this slide, the very important thing is that all the oogonia are formed in the fetal ovary. Now we will talk of follicles, what the follicles are. Actually, the primary oocyte is surrounded by the layer of the granulosa cells, and this layer and the primary oocyte within it, inside it, this is called primary follicle. And after that what happens, there more number of granulosa cells, there are more layers of granulosa cells, they are formed on this layer, and at this stage this is called as secondary follicle. Means when there is one layer of granulosa cells around the primary follicle, primary oocyte, then it is called as the primary follicle. And then when more layers are formed, then we call at this stage secondary follicle. So this is the difference between primary and the secondary follicle. Means primary follicle will have one layer and secondary follicles will have more layers of granulosa cells. And then what happens, this secondary follicle starts or it transforms into the tertiary follicle. Means what is the difference, again how it, what is the specific feature of the tertiary follicle? So it is characterized by the presence of antrum. And what is antrum? That is a fluid filled cavity. Antrum is a fluid filled cavity. So this is the characteristic of tertiary follicle. So this is primary follicle, secondary follicle and the tertiary follicle. Now the oogonia which were formed in the fetal ovary after the birth, they start degenerating. That means the follicles start degenerating and continuously they degenerate till the age of or till the stage of puberty. Means when a female reaches to puberty stage, that time 60 to 80 thousands of primary follicles are left, though initially there were millions of primary follicles. So out of those, only 60 to 80,000 of primary follicles are left in each ovary. Okay. So this is so this continuously goes on till the puberty. Now I told you ki that stage is that time only primary oocyte stage, till that the first meiotic division that is that is uh, completed. And then what happens, as the first meiotic division takes place in the primary oocyte. Okay, now that primary oocyte grows, it grows, means this is the stage of growth stage we can say, yeah, growth period we can say. So primary oocyte divides by the meiotic division. So first meiotic division will take place over there and it results into the formation of two unequal cells. The bigger one cell or the large cell is called as the secondary oocyte, whereas the smaller cell, the small one cell is called as the first polar body. Means the division was unequal. The first meiotic division was unequal. And then what happens? The tertiary follicle, means the primary, secondary and the tertiary, is it? So we are talking of that follicle. So this tertiary follicle transforms into mature follicle and we call the mature follicle as Graafian follicle. Okay, understand? Graafian follicle means it is a matured follicle. So when this matured Graafian follicle ruptures, that time it releases the secondary oocyte and we can call it as a ovum as well. So it is released, means the ovum is released at secondary oocyte stage, and this release of ovum is called as the ovulation. This is called as the ovulation. Now there you can see the structure of the ovum. As you know, as compared to the sperm, the ovum is a very big sized gamete, female gamete, and it is having three layers. It is surrounded by the three layers. The innermost is the vitelline membrane, vitelline membrane, and the middle layer is called as the zona pellucida, zona pellucida, and the outermost layer where you can see the scattered cells, these, because the outermost layer is irregular, and that is called as the corona radiata. So ovum is surrounded by the three membranes, vitelline, zona pellucida and the corona radiata. And ovum is rich in the, means it is having more of cytoplasm as compared to the sperm. Here the process of oogenesis, it is summarized or it is represented. All the stages can be seen here sequentially, means all the red cells in the where the fetal life is written, all those red cells are oogonia. Every month one oogonia, one oogonia grows and forms the primary oocyte. Here I'm telling you all red are the oogonia. So this is a multiplicative stage. When one of means yes, one of it will grow into the primary oocyte, and further the primary oocyte will divide by the meiotic division and will lead to unequal cells. You can see in this diagram that purplish one is the secondary oocyte and the smaller one is the first polar body. And again the secondary oocyte in the second meiotic division, it divides to form the ovum and the second polar body. This is a cross section of the ovary. Here also you can see all the stages, means the primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicle, Graafian follicle. And you can see one more important thing is there. When the ovum is released from the Graafian follicle, the empty follicle is left, and empty follicle is called as the corpus luteum. So you can see in this diagram the corpus luteum, and when there is no more use of the corpus luteum, it degenerates and forms the corpus albicans. Now the topic we have the menstrual cycle. This is a very important process, a very important process, menstrual cycle. So this occurs only in the female, and it is the cycle, it is a reproductive cycle which goes on or which occur in the female primates, and we call this as menstrual cycle. And this menstrual cycle, it begins at the stage of puberty, and the beginning of menstrual cycle is called as the menarche. And you have gone through these terms in the earlier classes also. And at the age of 45 to 50 years, this menstrual cycle is ceased, and that is called as the menopause. So during this menstrual cycle or the reproductive cycle, there events, different events that occur, means between the two menstruation, there the events occur, means this whole cycle is of 28 days. We can call it as the whole period, we can call it as a mensem. Is it? So we will study the different events which occur in the menstrual cycle. So the first stage, or you can call it as an event, is the menstrual phase. From here it begins, and out of 28 days, it takes place from first day to fifth day. Okay, means, or maybe till to the 3 days, means this is the cycle of 3 to 5 days. And during this cycle, there is a breakdown of the endometrial lining of the uterus. You know very well, the innermost lining of the uterus is called as the endometrium. So that breaks down. As a result, the blood vessels present over there get burst, and this all is this all is called as the vaginal flow. Means this will be removed from the body, and this is called as the menstruation. Now the second phase, means we can say from the day fifth, okay, from the fifth day to the 30th day, 5 से लेकर 13वें दिन तक. Okay, this is called as the follicular or proliferative stages. Its name is proliferation. Proliferation means it is the regeneration of the endometrium. Okay, so in this stage, one of the primary follicle, it grows in the ovary and will convert or transform gradually into the mature Graafian follicle. and during this time the endometrium of the uterus, it is regenerated, and this is regeneration is actually the proliferation, and this is why we call this stage as a proliferative. And these all the changes, these are occurred due to the increased level of hormones from the pituitary gland, and the important hormones are FSH, that is follicle stimulating hormone, and LH, that is luteinizing hormone, and one hormone from the ovary itself, that is the estrogen. So FSH controls the follicular phase and stimulates the growth of follicles, as its name is follicle stimulating hormone. Okay, and it also controls the secretion of the estrogen, and the estrogen is secreted by the follicular cells. Follicular cells means which cells? Granulosa cells. So this the level of the FSH and LH, this reaches the level reaches at the peak in the middle of the cycle, means on 14th, and this day 14th day is called as the ovulatory phase. And as I told you, this peak level of LH is called as LH surge. This is very important term, LH surge. That is the peak level of the LH, and this peak level of LH induces the rupture of the mature graphite follicle to release the ovum. As the ovum is released, so this is called as the ovulation or ovulatory phase. Means this will go on either on the 14th or on the 15th day of the menstrual cycle. And the last stage of this menstrual cycle is luteal phase. During this, what happens? This ruptured follicle, means empty follicle is left over there. That empty follicle will be converted or transformed into the corpus luteum, and this corpus luteum is endocrine in nature, so this will secrete the hormone progesterone, and this time the endometrium's thickness, it increases, and it is means it is ready for the fertilization. But if the fertilization fails, then there is no more need of corpus luteum, because corpus luteum's function is to maintain the pregnancy. But if there is no pregnancy, no fertilization, then there is no use of corpus luteum. So this will degenerate and it will become the corpus albicans. So there would not be any secretion of progesterone. As the level of the progesterone falls down, endometrium, that is inner wall of the uterus, it will disintegrate, and this again will lead to menstruation, means again the process will begin from the first, that is the first menstrual cycle, menstruation. Okay, so this will go on. So these were the 4 stages. Here through this diagram we can study so many things. Here you can see all the 4 events, that is menstruation, follicular phase, luteal phase. This will you can see over here, and you can see the peak level of LH, that is written that is in the mid, and you can see all the uterine events, how the wall gradually thickens, and at the top you can see the hormonal level as well by the blue and red lines. You can see estrogen and progesterone as well, and the level of FSH and LH. You can also study through this diagram, as well as all types of follicles. All types of follicles means the different stages: primary, secondary, tertiary, Graafian. This all can be seen in this diagram. After going through the diagram, at the end you have the assignment. You can try for these questions.